quick update with the chickens. We have them over here on the west or the eastern side of the dry stream bed, otherwise known as River Run. We've been concentrating them over here. We started back in this area and we've been slowly moving them this way, and now they're here. We did have them over here, so we came this way and now we've moved over here, and we'd like to keep moving them south, so cover this area here, that area back there. But I do have some news. I believe these chickens are going to be moving off across the street here in about a week. So I got confirmation with Farmer Dave. If everything works out, we'll be good to move them across the street, and then we'll have them in their poultry netting like we experimented with out front, and they can scratch and eat and do all that stuff over there. What's going on there, Red? You thinking about laying an egg in there? Well, I better keep it moving here. I gotta get that trailer cleaned off a little bit and then get those totes and other things up to our place so my wife can start unloading. So I better quit wasting time here and get to it. Building a lot of craters in our yard. That's all right, we'll fill them in. Started the van up to let the diesel engine run a little bit to warm up, and I guess we'll start by cleaning this up. I wonder if it was the chickens. Could have been the children that did this. I wouldn't be surprised, really. But you know, even if they did, that's all right. I think we'll keep the children around. What you doing in here, hen? You looking for a spot to lay some eggs? Probably hard for you to tell, but I did get quite a bit off the trailer back into the shed there, so when it does rain it won't affect it. Again, a lot of this stuff that's sitting out here on the ground, it isn't going to be affected by the rain, and it is supposed to dry up again. So let's get this stuff moved over to the front of our place. Don't crush anything with the tires on the trailer. I think we're good. I noticed the children are over here working on something. Let's see what they got going on. Hey, what you guys up to?
We're making a leaf town by piling up the leaves that fell.
What is it, buddy?
We're making a leaf town from the leaves that fell.
Did you say a leaf town?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jail,
You're in jail?
I need to sit here for 10 whole minutes.
Oh, okay.
She bought like a billionaire house. I bought 2 houses already.
Oh, you did?
She has to sit there.
Who's
That one and a one over there.
who's timing the 10 minutes?
Me? I'm keeping track in my head. She's at like 9 minutes 39 seconds.
Oh, okay. That's pretty accurate. Well, oh, you think? That wouldn't be a bad idea if she's got to really sit there for 10 minutes.
And if Charity catches someone in our houses without permission, she'll send them to her 15-second jail with ants.
Where's the 15-second jail? Could you show me?
And David gets to rake them.
David gets to rake them. Oh, that brings them up?
Yeah.
Does it?
We get
Hang on a sec. Ah. Here they come. I see a couple of them. Are they oh, there we go.
How about we can come up soon? Yeah, if David rakes them, they get really mad.
There we go. Now I can see them a little better.
Our fighting ring.
That's your fighting ring? Okay.
Alright, Next house is on auction. 5 seconds.
Well, hopefully the wind doesn't blow these leaves too much. You have to keep up on it, right? Yeah.
It's like maintaining a garden.
Like maintaining a garden. I wonder what that's like to maintain a garden. We don't do that around here. By the way, there's the garden. It's still sitting there. Nothing has happened with it yet. But that's mainly because we've been working on the silvopasture, which is, I guess, the next thing that I'll take you over and show you. What is this? Oh, they got their little tent set up here. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, we're not too much for video games and stuff. I mean, it's not that we don't have a TV or that they don't have electronics, but we just don't like them on much. We like them outside. Playing outside in the weather, using their imagination, all that good stuff. This area here, I don't know if I covered this before, but you know, this is the spot here where we had the netting up for the chickens. And even my aunt and uncle and other people have noticed when they drive by here that this area right in here is greener than other spots out here in the lawn. We're standing here on the western side of lane 4, and this is what it's starting to look like. Paul came in, leveled a lot of this out with his tractor. He just used the bucket. There's still too many palmetto roots in the ground for him to use the box blade. And after he leveled this area out here, he raked it with the leaf rake, metal leaf rake, and it's looking pretty good. Now, we will not expect this to be super flat or super perfect. There's going to be a lot of little dips and valleys and things like that, but with this being as it is, I will be able to come back here with our 0-turn mower if I have to and actually mow it without destroying it. Believe me, I was actually mowing the pasture last year when it was just forestry mulched, and it wasn't real pretty. I was going real slow, and yeah, I don't like to beat my machines up. You guys know I don't even like to use machines, but tried not to beat my machine up, and I got it hung up more than once. So this will be a whole lot nicer. That way I don't have to like bush hog it if we don't have enough different animals out here grazing on it. I think that's about it for the update. We don't really have a whole lot else going on because I've been spending so much time out here in the pasture. Been using a digging iron to get some of the extra roots on the surface out, and I've been trying to rake some of it with a garden rake, and I do have a lot more that's got to be done. I'd say between Paul and I, we probably have, I'd say, a good 50 hours of work into the silvopasture so far since the root raking occurred. And actually I have his tractor over here today. I'll be using it to move some of the dirt piles, but you'll see more of that on the other video. Yeah, that reminds me, there is one more thing that I want to show you guys. So hang on a second, I'll go do that next. I was mentioning earlier about the chickens laying eggs in our shed. Well, I wanted to mention too, egg production. So I noticed that while we were up in Pennsylvania, and not long after we got back here, the chickens really slowed down laying their eggs. And we kind of expected that was going to happen. They were being fed the same thing, but you know, less daylight, and it was definitely cooler. Well, their egg production's back up again, so we're getting over 2 dozen eggs a day out of the 60 chickens that we have. And it's funny, we keep finding new little nests and things that they're laying at. So happy about that with the egg production going up.